been a pretty good trip coming from the Menindi Lakes over at Broken Hill there into the Flinders Ranges. We've been on the road for about three and a half hours. It's 5 hours on the road to get in here from Broken Hill. But oddly enough, we've come in and there's like rain clouds here. So I don't know. This place is always usually clear skies and no rain, but here we've had a few spits, but we've got some breaks in the clouds, so we're hoping it'll break up just enough for us to do what I've come to do here this afternoon. But we've got just a tad of time to kill before the sunset location. So we're going to head in and do, it's called Bunyaroo Gorge. It's a little bit of a four-wheel drive track, but it's not, I mean, it's nothing serious, but it's probably one of the most scenic four-wheel drive tracks in here. So I'm thinking about heading in and doing that, and then you just turn around and trace your trail back out to the sunset spot. So with any luck, man, we get the sun. The thing is here is that I need clear skies for the sun to touch down, for that golden light to touch down on the cliff line. So what happens is that cliff line just lights up a nice rich red. So and that's ultimately what I've come here for. Am I going to get it? I don't know. The one thing I was saying earlier on is that the weather's not in my control, but what I do with the camera is. So as always, I try to make the most of it, and you know, I can't do anything about the weather, but I'm definitely far enough in my photography to not be pulling off bad pictures. Then again, no, I'm always learning, and I do pull off some garbage sometimes. I just don't always show that. But yeah, fingers crossed, man. We are coming out into some sky that is clear, so hopefully it is clear on the horizon for us, and it does touch down and light those mountains up. Anyway, I'll come back soon, and I'll give you a bit of a look at what it looks like in this four-wheel drive gorge. Yeah, so you can see where like I'm doing about 80 clicks through here, and the corrugation's all right. But like we just slowed down a second ago to come over a cattle grid, and I was fixing the GoPro up, and we slowed right down, and I'll tell you what, the corrugations were horrendous. So you really got to pick the right speed, and it'll all work out for you. But you can see the lovely ranges ahead that we're coming into, so it'll be interesting in here. Apparently my final destination will be a decent time before sunset, so I figured we'd get in here and have a bit of a drive through and a look through. I did Bunyaroo Gorge last time I was in here, which was absolutely stunning, a beautiful gorge in there. But this time it's going to take us in through here via Bunyaroo Gorge, and then from Bunyaroo into Razorback Lookout, which I knew you could do somewhat of that anyway, but I was just going to go in through Bunyaroo to start with, and then from Bunyaroo do Razorback, and then out of Razorback through the gorge that we're in now. But yeah, it's taking us in the other way. Obviously it sees it as being smarter, so we're going to roll with the punches there. We just come through a bit of a section in this Menindi gorge where I notably probably should have lowered crazy, I haven't, but and I'm going to continue on the tyre pressure that I'm on, but yeah, if it comes across as too much more, I'll have to jump out and just let that tyre pressure down a bit so I don't risk getting slicing a tyre open or anything like that. But so far so good. Actually, you know what? This looks mighty familiar compared to one that I did a while back, which leads you into the one that this actually, you know, this looks like one that I did last time. So we might actually be in the right place on the right road and the same with any luck. We are about to find out. I've got a funny feeling it is. So from what I can tell, it's taken me in a back entry to a gorge that I came in last time I was here, and it'll lead me out the entry that I came in last time by the look of it. Interesting. If that's the case, I did this last time without lowering the tyre pressure, so I think we should be good this time too. Debbie can always get out and push. I don't mind that. As long as it's not me. Anyway, I won't drag you through this whole gorge, but I'll click it in and on and show you some parts of it anyway. Guys, I don't know if I'm confusing myself or not. It's very similar to the other gorge that I did last time. It has been a couple of years since I did this. I'm just not sure if this was the gorge or not. We're in here now though. It is what it is. Definitely a bit rough with the current tyre pressures though. I can be a bit lazy with these things. I've got Debbie's mouth zipped at the moment, so she can't really tell you that that's the truth.
It totally is the truth.
She wouldn't know anyway, alright? Right guys, so Brachina Gorge and Brunyuru Gorge ended up merging into the one gorge, but it's brought us down here to what's called Razorback Lookout. But you'll see the sun rises over here and the sun sets over here, so what happens is normally I would shoot with the sun out you know, behind the lens, or in front of the lens, sorry. But in this case, what will happen is the valley will fall into the shadow pretty much, and the sun will just light up the top of those cliffs there, and they should light up a nice reddish orange colour. But yeah, so the Flinders Ranges, Razorback Lookout. But
I'm going to shoot with 24 105mm just to give me a little bit of room to zoom in on the scene. And I'll probably shoot in both the vertical and horizontal format. Composition is a little bit tricky as far as the winding road and the way it leads into the mountains, but I feel pretty confident that I've picked a half decent composition with both vertical and horizontal. So anyway, we'll chill out, wait for the sun to come down, and I'll get to work with some images, and we'll put all that into the video for you. So don't forget to let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below. And thanks for coming along for the ride. I shall see you again. Tomorrow we're still on the 11-day road trip, so tomorrow we'll head through to Lake Menindi, one of the pink salt lakes, and then over to the Great Australian Bight to the Bunda Cliffs. So hang in there, we'll put them in on another video of their own. Be good, or good at it, and we'll see you soon.